Hello students, today you're going to take Cornell notes on the respiratory system, and the images are there for a little later so you can kind of see what you're taking notes on. So set up your notebook, and if the video is going too fast, of course pause it or rewind it. The questions you're going to have to make up on the side by yourself, and that's part of the grade. Okay, number one. For number one, write respiratory system. It's a new system we're starting today. It's an organ system that's in charge of delivering oxygen to blood. So you breathe in oxygen, and you actually breathe in other gases like nitrogen and all these other gases too, but just the oxygen is filtered in your lungs. Here's one lung, here's two lungs, you have two of them, and then that oxygen is transported to your blood. That's the main purpose of the respiratory system, is to take oxygen, give it to blood, take carbon, and have you exhale it out. Go ahead and make up a question for one. You can write things like, what is the job of the respiratory system? Or you can write things like, what gas does the respiratory system have you inhale? All right, moving on to number two. The respiratory system has many parts. Here are some of the major ones. Of course, you breathe in through your nose or your mouth, or both. Some people will do both. And then it goes down through your larynx, your trachea. There's other parts here, but the main point is the trachea and the two lungs, of course. And they move up and down. They contract and relax like balloons. They open up and down, because of this muscle down here, the diaphragm. So the diaphragm is the key to making them move. Go ahead and think of a question for number two. All right, number three, the alveoli. The alveoli are tiny sacs that are in the lungs. So here are the lungs, so alveoli that look like this, and they transfer the oxygen into the blood. So they're wrapped with a lot of capillaries, and those are tubes that carry blood. And then the blood goes all the way over here, used blood, and then the oxygen goes into the alveoli and exchanges, and then the hemoglobin protein helps grab it, and then the blood goes back in here and it goes into the rest of your cells. So the alveoli are critical. These get damaged, by the way, with different things. Age can damage them, but of course things like smoking can damage them too. Think of a question for number three. Okay, moving on. Last one for today is number four, is the diaphragm. Again, like I said, pretty important because it's the reason the lungs work. It's a muscle, so you notice that muscles are not only part of moving bones, but they help in other ways as well. There's a muscle that helps inflate and deflate the two lungs, which is down here. And in the lab today, you're going to create a mini respiratory system model, and you'll see that the diaphragm is the key to making it work. Okay, go ahead and create your 4-sentence summary and your advanced question, and then move on to the next step. Have a great day.